Hey, I'm here with Turtle God. You've seen his channel. I'm gonna link it in the description here too. We're gonna be talking about a few things because I'm gonna be honest with you. I need to get rid of some B-roll footage. And first thing we want to talk about is actually podcasts, something that's very similar to what we're doing now. Correct, Turtle?
Hmm, a smidgen.
Yeah. What do you guys think about a podcast at home? And Adonis, what do you think about it?
Um, well, what's it called? I actually wanted to new type of uploads. My new upload schedule is going to be like sort of bi-weekly. So I was thinking to balance out the fact that I would just have like a week without a video. I was thinking of doing like a little podcast thing in between.
Do you think we should do like a combined podcast thing, or do you think we should do separate
Hmm.
ones? Because with a podcast, you kind of need more than one person because there's only so much you can talk about to your audience before it just dies out. Because you need to have a live conversation that other people are listening into, right?
Yeah.
Because I mean that's kind of what's entertaining about this and the podcast. So what are you thinking about that? Just in the air of openness.
Um, I guess you could say it's it's like having a radio show with only
With only,
one host.
yeah, but well, we could bring on other people, but
How many are there many
like
radio shows with just one host?
not. I mean, there are actually. You're right. No, there's usually two or three hosts on radio shows.
Yeah.
Wait a second. So yeah, what do you think about a joint podcast, like weekly or bi-weekly? And you at
I
home,
think
who?
that'd be
What do you
nice.
guys think?
Hmm.
Because I mean,
But
obviously we're gonna have to do this over internet because of what's going on right now. So I think a podcast would be the perfect thing because we kind of need to just get people at home something to keep them to tide over till this month has passed and we've cleared out a little bit with what's going on in the world right now.
hmm.
Because that's
Um.
honestly. And what do you think about the whole virus thing that's going on?
Gives me more of an excuse to
Yeah.
edit videos.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, true. I don't have to change my life much, just stay inside anyways. But I mean, yeah, we gotta create something. So, have you ever podcasted before?
Absolutely not.
You never have.
I've considered it.
Hmm? So
Uh.
you'd be going in this completely fresh.
Sure. I'm guessing you have too.
Yeah, I've never done it before.
Hmm.
And what do you what do you think about like streaming, like actual video streaming?
Oh, that's right. That was the thing. Um. This might be a strange opinion, but personally, I've always been sort of averse to streaming because my attention span's not big enough
Keep going
to watch a
for
stream.
yeah, it's not good. It's not going to be good enough to keep going for extended periods of time. Yeah, see, because when you're recording, you could say, all right, on to the next game or on to the next thing, and cut.
Yeah.
Take a second to just breathe in and breathe out, and then throw in the next video. And bada bing, bada boom, you have yourself a next cycle. But with
Hmm.
video streaming, you can't do that. Every break will be streamed, every drink will be streamed, everything will be streamed. They will hear when you had to leave, they will hear when you had to take a drink, they'll hear everything. And so you have to prep for at least, 30 minutes or so for streaming. So, gotta use the bathroom, kinda gotta wait, or just cut the stream right there, or let people listen into whatever's going on.
Yeah.
So, I guess I get what you mean. Podcasting, I guess, would be a lot similar to listening in, but it's less of the attention span thing because we can just swap from topic to topic as natural conversation.
Hmm.
And conversation between two people just seems more interesting than just a regular, thing. I have no idea how this is
Um.
going to play out with background footage. Like, we're probably going to, it's just going to be some random SCP games or whatever.
The
Whatever.
most intense
Yeah,
background
it's
footage
going
of
to
all
be like
time.
me flipping out trying to play a game. It's just going to be like, so, what do you think about the contraries of life?
What are your thoughts on communism?
How do you like the botanism and botanic gardens? I have no idea if I pronounced that right. I'm just hoping.
Well, on that same point, I reflect to you. What are your thoughts on streaming?
Personally, I kind of just told you, but in my personal opinion, it might be
Hmm.
difficult, but I think it'd be very fun to be able to live talk to my audience and be able to see what they want in live. So like if I brought up thoughts like I've brought up now, but I'd be able to get instant reactions, be able to change things depending on what people want, and be able to basically live gather data as we go along without having to do the wait for the growth and stuff. Just as soon as people hear the word about it, get it spread by word of mouth, you know, you got yourself a nice little stream, you're able to see what people want to keep coming back, and yeah, it's generally pretty nice
Hmm.
because you can use it a lot like a survey, but with being less intrusive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, hopefully,
Huh. That's
yeah.
a, oh,
But
I think.
I
Yeah.
think I concur with a lot of ideas you have about it, as you have, you know, brought up a lot of good statements. Like my attention span would be very weak when playing a single game, especially if I suck at it. People would see me just swapping games and be like, "Wow, this guy really sucks. Let's just, do something else." So I'd be like, who, he. So
Ooh.
yeah, which I think you could get when because you do a lot of that when you game and you can't. I think you would
Yeah.
understand.
Nervous
Yeah,
noises.
nervousness intensifies. But
uh,
I think that personally it have a lot of benefits. So there's that.
like benefits for you or for your like
Audience and me.
popularity growth.
Basically, more benefits for my channel itself, and I think the audience would be able to get better content while I'd be able to make better content, which makes me feel good inside when people enjoy what I make. It's the pride of the creator for his creation.
Yeah.
But
Um.
yeah, I think. What do you think? Do you think you have the hardware set up to stream? Because personally, I don't think I have the hardware set up to basically record, let alone stream.
There's a few
Yeah.
things I would like to change about
Personally, I need.
my computer
Yeah.
before.
Personally, I need better Wi-Fi and I need a graphics card. You are probably set a lot more than me. So if anywhere,
I mean, I'm in the market for RAM,
yeah. But I mean, I have
and I guess just more storage in
I have
general.
16 gigabytes of high-speed Corsair in mine, so that's like the only thing I don't have to worry about.
It's for
The only thing you need is the only thing I don't have to worry about, and vice versa. Except you have a lot of things taken care of, and I do not.
yeah. Oh, that's right. My birthday is coming up soon, so I might be able to resolve that one.
Hmm. We might get a stream out of Turtle God Boys. We might get a stream out of him. We might squeeze one out.
Um, Actually, I was on that topic. I think I'm not sure if it's like just editing's really fun for me or what, but I think a lot of the humor in my videos comes from the edits themselves.
Yeah, but I mean, since you are the editor, adding the editor's touch to show who's behind the camera is just kind of showing you yourself again. So, because
Yeah.
it's the same person. Showing the editor usually will show their humor in videos, especially if they want to show, hey, there's an editor behind this. But since you are the editor, you can have humor that matches really well with the video because it all comes together with the same
Yeah.
person. So that's actually really intelligent.
That's why.
Whereas, unlike with you, my videos are almost the opposite. I do gameplay videos that are more serious and into the game or kind of playful to check things out. You do memes with your gameplay to check out mods and stuff. Whereas I do more of a traditional thing. And I think your setup actually works better, but I just don't think
Oh,
my voice lends that funny way, and I don't think I have the creative mind that you do to create that kind of funny stuff, so I have to
yeah.
limit myself to this. And who knows? I might broaden my horizons with maybe making a music channel and seeing how that one goes. No, I
Um,
won't be singing today.
I
Just over.
I
I'm scared of over recording and
think
suddenly cutting my freaking video to Minecraft or something.
I think
Just,
being your own
yeah.
editor really keeps the like
Personality.
for example, if somebody else were to edit a video of yours,
Yeah.
they might cut out like one of your favorite moments.
Oh, yeah, but you could also, like, review it, right?
Yeah,
Especially,
you could like
especially,
peer review
well,
it with them.
you see, the difference is if you're a smaller channel, you probably have an editor who isn't in the same house, so they send and send back and send and send back, and that's a time wasting that's time wasting,
That's the
what's the word I'm looking for? It's a time wasting event, I guess. You know what I mean? It's a time waster because internet and broadband and not being able to upload properly.
it's like the process of taking art commissions.
Yeah, I guess. Or it's like uploading and unuploading a photo, depending,
Yeah.
just to make little tweaks.
Yeah, you gotta ask the
Yeah.
customer for reviews and
Keep
changes.
taking pictures
I-
of the art you're making and saying, hey, do you want me at this here, this here, this here, this here? Except with 700 megabytes instead of 7.
And then you gotta make like low quality versions or watermark
Yeah.
versions so that like when you
So that
just
when you're
steal it and not
sending it
pay
to
you.
them unfinished, they can't like just go,
Yeah.
I'm gonna make this mine.
the I thought it'd be really cool to commission artists, but I found that like
Oh, we're swapping over commissioning artists now. That was a random cut, but sure.
yeah.
What do you actually think about commissioning an artist to make your thumbnails? Because personally, I try and make my own, and they all look like a child made them. So I want to hear your opinion on this. Would you rather learn the skill to Photoshop or hire somebody to do it for you? Commission somebody.
I mean, like for something like making a thumbnail, I'd like to do it myself,
Yeah.
but like I think not making a thumbnail, I think not making a thumbnail ties into
Yeah.
the laziness of my
I
titles
guess.
and how nondescript they
Yeah.
are.
Your titles definitely are nondescript and are very wide. You can definitely tell the difference in audience that we are gonna have as I go for the more, hey, everybody audience, and you go for the much more, hey, this is stupid teenager audience. So I try and broaden my horizons to be everybody, not just child friendly, but more adult friendly. You're just like, hey, if you're a teenager, you're gonna want memes. So
My brain works at 3 miles an hour.
I took pills and I'm just stupid faster. So I mean, let's be honest here. I mean, seeing the viewpoints of a teenager, adults will cringe and kids will be like, "Oh, I guess this is how the word works now." Alrighty, time to stick a fork in the wall. But
Boy, oh boy.
yeah.
Oh,
And what do you think about
have you ever?
what were you going to say? Sorry.
I was gonna ask you if you've ever microwaved or accidentally microwaved
No, actually,
silverware.
I never have. My mom's always been on me about that. She's
I got
drilled
really
it in
close
my head.
once.
Yeah, I did too. I put a plate with a gold rim around it in there. My mom's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm microwaving something." She's like, "There's a gold rim," and I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Don't." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So that was
Okay.
yeah, that was the end of that experience. Um, what microwaving forks? What do you think about
man.
recording your game footage with other recorders, like when you record with me, stuff like that? Because I know
Move other people.
back in our Discord video, like our original Discord video, when we were talking just to a
Yeah.
bunch of people. I forgot, what did I put that? Oh yeah, it was just the raw footage. I forgot.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I
What
actually.
do I think about recording with other people?
Yeah.
Oh, I think Well, honestly, I usually don't play games that often. Like
Yeah.
the last time I recorded alone, aside from a Hat in Time, was when I was sick.
Oof. Yeesh.
So obviously I was conked out of my mind.
Yeah. But I mean, like,
But, like-
do you usually record with other recorders though, like two perspectives at the same wheel? You know, seeing two videos from different channels.
Oh, I see what you mean.
You know, like with another recorder. Obviously, you want to record with other people, but like with another recorder.
Man, that dude hits hard.
I see what you mean. I usually don't because most of the people that I play with don't record or edit themselves.
Yeah.
Stop going down in the
So-
As far as I know,
Yeah.
you're the only one actively doing it, and then
Yeah. I mean,
Wifey
I
and
just think
Lego
it's more
side.
fun if you're able to, you know, record with somebody else because it just, you know, gives different types of personality to there.
Mm.
So, I'm sorry if you guys hear something in the background. My brother's getting a little overexcited with his game, and I have no way to cut that out because I want to keep this uncut to show you everything and the whole thought process, and I'm definitely not lazy. But seriously.
I truly think you could cut it together.
If I were to cut it together, though, there might be some missing parts, and I'd actually like make the whole come together. In my opinion, I'm not going to do it, even though you want me to. Sorry. No, kind of no. I don't want to. I mean, like, no. Yeah, basically.
Since
What do you-
since I'm
you-
real sorry.
What do you think about videos being like super long? Like, I have a 20-minute video, right? And the original raw footage of the last video I just uploaded, it was 22 minutes in size or in length, but for some reason the size is 2.24 gigabytes. Weird, right?
I think you might be exporting it at too high of a
Oh
quality.
no, that wasn't the export. That's the raw footage.
Oh, just the raw.
Yeah,
footage.
that's the raw footage. My cut down footage is actually 600 megabytes. And that
pretty
adds
good.
black effects, that adds cuts, stuff like that, fade-ins, effects, it adds that kind of stuff.
Probably something weird with like
Hmm.
uh
Maybe
I don't
my
know, some
VSDC
weird
converter
setting.
just you know what it is? The
What?
ones in 1080p and my finished ones in 720.
So it had to downscale.
Yeah, I'd probably
Yeah,
have
that's
to
really
downscale.
weird.
Yeah, the downscale is like significantly smaller. It's like half the pixels. I don't actually know. Please don't quote me on that. Please don't hurt me. I know it's not half the pixels.
Um,
Otherwise, it'd be like 1440p, which is actually is that 2K? No, 2K is 1080, right?
no,
What is
1080 is full
two?
HD.
Yeah, full HD, and then 2K is 1440,
Wait,
which is double 720.
oh, I get.
So that's 1440p, and then
4K is some big number
4K
I
is
don't want
some
to
big number. Yeah,
memorize.
okay. 1440p is just double 720p, which is actually higher than 1080p, and resolutions are weird, and I want to stop talking about them because things that hurt my head scare me.
I just wanted to circle back on the topic. I'm very lazy, so
Yeah.
I rarely really, and there's not much storage on my computer anyway, so I really rarely record. It's just that I've recorded so much
Yeah.
before to not have a regular recording schedule.
Personally, I like to have a regular recording schedule, but I took a 6-month hiatus because I didn't have a PC, so that's why I was gone. And I never had a recording
It's
schedule
like a
before.
1 year hiatus.
Nearly. Actually, yeah, you're right.
Really?
It was a 1 year hiatus, wasn't it? Oh, freak. Yeah, 1 year hiatus. 1 whole year, boys.
Said I'm hopefully gonna get another video out today.
Yeah, I have two. Hopefully, I have two releasing in the same day. Just like blast whoever's subscribed to this. Who doesn't know? Whoever doesn't remember they subscribed to me is just like, why are there two videos coming from this random guy that I have no idea who exists? And we're just laughing about it. Well, all right.
I also
What were you gonna say?
went on a sort of 2 month hiatus to focus more on school. And I just decided to come back because my friend was like, "Hey, you haven't uploaded in like 2 months." And I was like, "Frick, you're right."
Like, why? Wait, really? Oh shoot!
Yeah.
My fans, they need me.
And then I
Yeah.
also recorded something that ended up like taking 50 gigabytes. So I
Yeah.
was like, "Huh,
Hmm.
I need to get rid of this
How
right
did
away."
you record 50 gigabytes? Were you recording over an hour of
It was
1080?
like 3 hours.
3 hours of 1080p resolution. That's gonna
3
do it
hours,
to you.
1080p.
That's gonna do it to you. And then you just cut it
Pain.
down to like 20 minutes. And you're just like, oh okay. It's like a gigabyte or 2 gigabytes, and it's just like, oh nice. And then you look at the raw footage and you're like, delete. And then you go to download it from YouTube because you want to see the old memories, and it's like, oh, this is 480p. Nice.
Oh,
Standard def.
actually, standard. Woo!
I love standard
Yeah,
definition. I love when I play old games and it's standard definition, and then I record standard definition at 1080p.
So YouTube does this weird compression thing.
Yeah.
So even if you upload like a 2 gig file, if you re-download it from YouTube because they let you re-download your videos,
Yeah.
it's gonna end up as like 300 kilobyte
Megabytes, 300 megabytes.
something.
Yeah.
So it's like severely downscaled.
You're like, well, this isn't what I was expecting, but YouTube is YouTube, and they gotta do what they gotta do because they have millions of videos going up every day. They have to compress.
I have a severe addiction to YouTube.
Yeah, just like
I
one
won't watch TV.
people like you uploading a 50 gigabyte video, and they're just like, might as well just upload the whole thing. Why not? For YouTube's like,
Well, let's just compress it.
YouTube's like, what is server space? So yeah, I think we've talked about basically everything we can, and hopefully maybe we'll get a podcast going every week, and this kind of video might be a rarity, and it might just be podcasts. And if we eventually
This is the only time
Yeah,
we ever do it.
this is the only time we ever do something like this, and the podcast doesn't get going, this is probably how I'm going to vent that kind of talking to you, just the one-on-one conversation type thing, because not a lot of people, especially memers like you, are willing to sit down and talk like one-on-one, and you have an amazing voice for narration, so
Wow, thanks, bro.
no problem, bruh. But alrighty, I think that's gonna wrap it up for this one. Big thanks to Turtle God. I'll link him in the description. Check him out. All 3 people who actually ends up watching to this point. Maybe one, I don't know, maybe it's just me. Hello me from the past or future, whatever. Hello me. if you're rewatching this, and you know, if because you're a narcissist, have fun watching all of this.
Yo.
He's like, yeah, that's me,
Armor
bro.
fire.
That's me.
Baguette.
Alrighty, guys. That's gonna be it for this one. And stay safe out there and wash your hands.